Hey, we live in a state where your self-defense rights are under attack. So let us be your voice to help defend and restore the Second Amendment. Help spread the word about the fight. There's 2 easy things that you can do. 1, like and subscribe to the show on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Instagram, the podcast, or wherever else you listen to. So, 2 shows. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. We appreciate it. And it helps boost our show and puts it out in front of a lot more people. And nobody likes that more than our advertisers. All right. So we've got to have our special guests do...
Sam the Gunman.
Sam the Gunman.
So Stump My Nephew.
Yep.
Sam the Gunman is my nephew. And we found out a few years ago that he's really good at gun trivia.
Yep. And he doesn't know anything about the question. He doesn't know the question, doesn't know the answer.
So if you...
So it's not rigged.
It's not rigged.
Okay.
That we can guarantee.
If you have a question about gun trivia, write us, email us, send us a message on Facebook. If we use your question on the air, we'll send you a hat or a T-shirt. If you stump my nephew, you get a membership to Frontsight, which is basically a lifetime of firearms training out in Pahrump, Nevada.
Wow,
So
that's
how
a good
cool is
prize.
that, right?
Yeah, you have a lot of confidence in your nephew.
You should. It's his record's amazing. Sam, you there? Sam,
Oh, no.
where's Sam?
Oh, there he is.
You there, Sam?
You there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
There you go.
I can hear you now.
So, Sam, how old are you, man?
22, I guess.
He's 22.
Okay.
He guesses.
Uh-huh.
See that? Even when
Yeah.
he guesses, he gets it right. It's amazing. This kid knows everything. So he's been on the show for what, like 3 years now?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and his record, like he gets like 90% of these.
Okay, so he has been stumped.
He has been stumped.
Okay.
But it's few and far between.
Okay.
And they're hard questions. Like we actually we'll go around the room and say, does anybody know the answer to that? No, none of us know the answer. I mean, they're hard questions.
See, now he
so.
thinks there's a conspiracy that the listeners know what his hot topics are and the ones he doesn't know as much about. So now they're hitting him with the ones that he doesn't know that much about, and he's not really happy with it. So
And he
you
doesn't
guys-
have a phone in his hand Googling
Nope.
anything.
No, in
Nope.
fact, my sister, his mom, is quality control. Let's say. All right. Okay. So Laura is running for city council in La Mesa. Sam.
Great to hear.
Yeah, and she's endorsed by San Diego County Gun Owners. She's a guest on the studio, so she's
Awesome.
gonna.
Great to have you on the show.
She's gonna.
Yeah, I've had a good time.
Yeah, so she's gonna read the question to you and try to stump my nephew.
Okay, and it's from Jose in Lakeside.
Correct.
Okay, so the question is this. What's the difference between a gunsmith and an armorer?
Jose in Lakeside, thanks very much for writing in. Now, as someone who works at a gun store, this is something I encounter all the time. People who aren't really into this, people who don't work in the industry, people who aren't really, really deep into this, will sometimes get the terms confused because they are pretty similar. And so I'll have people come up to me and ask, where's the nearest gunsmith? I need a gunsmith. And so I'll ask cagely, well, what do you need done? And then they'll say something like, oh, I need a trigger replaced or something like that. So the difference between a gunsmith and an armorer is like the difference between a machinist and an auto mechanic. An armorer is able to replace parts on a particular type of firearm and perform all the service that it requires to stay functioning, replace broken parts, change stuff out like that. Whereas a gunsmith is able to fabricate and tolerance new parts. So if you need, like I said, if you need a trigger replaced, if you need a barrel replaced in something like an AR-15, you need an armorer. If you're looking to have something much more elaborate done, like if you need, if you need a stock checkered, or if you need something that requires specialized tools and specialized equipment, then you're more looking for a gunsmith.
Okay, so
I don't think you got that right.
So read before you read his answer. They even used the same analogy. Like the person who wrote in even used the same analogy. Go ahead and read the answer.
Okay, all right. So the primary objective of an armorer is to maintain firearms and conduct minor repairs through parts replacement.
That was right. He said that exactly.
He did. A gunsmith has the ability to machine firearms and parts as well as customize or create firearms or parts. The gunsmith is more of a machinist. The best analogy might be the difference between an automobile oil change service and an engine shop.
That's almost the exact.
Isn't that amazing? I mean, it's really
Maybe he's Jose in Lakeside.
Yeah. Are you? Do you moonlight as Jose from Lakeside?
Yeah, right.
Sometimes, Sam.
I promise I did not send that question in.
You know, I was talking. I was at a Republican dinner last week, and do you remember Brian Marriott?
Yes, I do.
So Brian Marriott's running for Congress. He was a city council member up in Orange County, and I ran into him at a dinner, and we were chatting for just a minute. He was there with his wife, who was really lovely, really nice to talk to, and he brought up my nephew. He said, "Yeah, I sat down and talked with him, and he brought his nephew, and he was the smartest guy I ever met. He had all these questions, and he knew everything about guns, and he explained things to me." Anyway, it was very cool. When I went and met with Brian Marriott, I brought Sam. Sam happened to be in town. And I said, "Sam, I need you to take some notes so that we know exactly. I'm going to be talking to him, so I need you to take some notes." So Sam had about 37 pages of notes.
Wow.
On Brian Marriott.
My goodness.
It was like sitting with an FBI agent.
Yeah.
And then whenever we had a question, Sam, why don't you explain to him about XYZ, firearm, whatever, and Sam would give him a dissertation.
Wow.
And how old was he at this time?
Like 12, I think.
No. This was he's talking me up as usual.
As usual.
I was acting
uncle.
as an administrative assistant for the day. I took a few pages of notes, and I explained a couple things that he had questions about.
Tomato. I think, what were you, like 19? It's like a couple years ago?
Probably thereabouts.
He was like 19, I think. So anyway. Sam, awesome job, my friend. You saved me another front sight membership. You nailed it. You not only got the question right, but you got the analogy that they used right.
No comment.
That's amazing. All right, my friend. Thank you, Sam.
Bye, Sam.
Yeah, thanks very much for having me on. Good night.
Take care, buddy.
That's my
It's
nephew.
amazing.
Huh?
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Lots of love between uncle and nephew. That's beautiful.
Thanks for watching this clip from Gun Owners Radio. You can watch us live every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. California time, right here on our YouTube channel, or if you're in the San Diego area, you can listen to us on 1170 a.m. We're also available on your favorite podcast platform for free. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can help restore and protect the Second Amendment, not just in California, but across the country.